the way this is all playing out now, the way this is becoming visible is through inflation. So the inflation genie has come out of the bottle, and they've been kept it hidden now for decades, really since going back to 1971. But now the game is up. Now there's really no way to hide the inflation anymore. And that's going to put a lot of pressure on everybody. Everyone's constituency, every jurisdiction in America is going to start feeling the pressures of inflation. You can't really get anything done with it unless you have sound money. So, I mean, Elizabeth Warren has an agenda, and even AOC has an agenda. And some of those ideas are worth considering. And on the other side of the spectrum, you have more hardcore conservatives who have ideas that are worth considering, but none of them are worth considering in a fiat money world. None of them. So on the right, every war that they put forward is based on fiat money. And on the left, every program they want to put forward is based on fiat money. No taxation without representation. Inflation is a tax. America started a revolutionary war over a, $12 tea tax. Tell us what we're going to do now that you're going to add on to already the tax of Obamacare is a corporate tax. It's written by corporations that's enforced by the federal government. Think about that. Well, in the U.S., you have various checks and balances. So it's designed to avoid concentration of power. And one of the checks and balances is the states. So the states have a lot of power. You don't see this in Europe, for example, or really anywhere else. And I think we're going to see a clash between states like Texas, Wyoming, who are really going down the freedom and Bitcoin path. And that could lead to a civil war. I think instead of saying, like, is this going to be a revolutionary war, I think more likely it would be a civil war. I think Texas might want to secede. And because they're getting an influx of people from California now and New York, and, they may, and they have pressure on their southern border. So they may just, I think the more likely outcome would be a civil war. All the benefits of Bitcoin really come with maximalism, because with Bitcoin maximalism, you begin to really reap the total reward, because Bitcoin has many layers to the stack. It's philosophical, it's metaphysical, it's technical, it's financial, it's sociological, it's psychological. There's a lot of different layers to the stack. And really, it's, to really appreciate all that happening simultaneously across the board, you really need to just be on a maximalist frame. Once you begin to hedge your bet, or you begin to play around, you make compromises. And you make compromises in a way that reduce your enjoyment and reduce the benefits that come with Bitcoin. It's the first time in history that money's been separated from state. I mean, this is a remarkable achievement. Remember, Einstein separated energy from matter with E equals mc squared. It gave us the atomic age, and it changed life profoundly forever. So Satoshi Nakamoto has separated the state from money, and that's equally explosive, if you will. It's equally powerful. It'll just changes. It changes everything, right? So to fully appreciate it, to fully live it. And the orange pill lifestyle, or the toxic maximalist lifestyle, is to be maximalist. The other thing is to say that if you're seeing people in a burning building, you wouldn't want to say, that building's on fire. You might want to consider running out now before you burn up, right? You're going to be more like, hey, get the fuck out of the burning building. Right? I mean, we're shouting sometimes because the fiat money and the shitcoin world and the NFTs and the ICOs and the state-sponsored digital garbage, that's like putting your head in the oven, turning on the gas, and falling asleep. So we're saying, no, don't do that. Do the Bitcoin thing, and you don't have to go through that pain. There's nobody in the space, actually, that has more experience in this than I do. It goes back 30 years. So I'm bearing the kind of the wisdom of 30 years experience, and then going back to my Wall Street career and the beginning of the derivatives and the beginning of everything that happens in the 1980s and deregulations, and then bringing that all to bear and say, this is what I've come to this conclusion, and I've heard all of your arguments. It's like people asking, we should be open-minded about socialism, right? You always hear that from the socialists. They're always saying, you need to be open-minded about socialism. It's never worked, ever. Collectivism is dead on arrival, but we just haven't gotten the right one yet. And I'm like, no, that's not the story. It doesn't work. It doesn't work in practice. It doesn't work in theory. So every single shitcoin is either absolutely or relatively centralized. And that's the key differentiation point between everything else and Bitcoin. Bitcoin is absolutely decentralized. It's truly decentralized. Nothing else is, either absolutely not or relatively not. That's the key differentiating point. If you show me anyone, who wants to come with an idea that they say you need to be open-minded about, I can, within 90 seconds, show that it's a either relatively or absolutely centralized piece of shit. And that applies to all 10,000 shitcoins, all NFTs, all ICOs, all central bank digital currencies. That's the dividing line. Decentralized versus centralized. So I'm open-minded to the degree that I can very quickly tell you why your project is centralized. And therefore, since it's not decentralized and it's not the discovery of absolute scarcity, it's like saying, to Einstein, E equals MC squared is great, but you should be open-minded, and it should be E equals PC squared. You should be open-minded about that, Einstein. Why are you so fixated on M? Why don't you say P? P is a good letter too, Einstein. You're being toxic. You're a relativity maximalist, toxic maximalist, Einstein. Or how about Copernicus? Hey, Copernicus, you say that it's not the Earth at the center, but it's the sun at the center. You should be open-minded. And I think it's my Uncle Joey. He's at the center of the universe, of our solar system. It's Uncle Joey, Copernicus. You're being a toxic, sun-centric maximalist, Copernicus. What's wrong with you? And of course, the church actually said that. Or, hey, Galileo, you're being a toxic maximalist. You go right down the list. Every major breakthrough has had people saying you need to be more open-minded.
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information. And it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
What to do in such a situation? Inform yourself and keep your financial education strong. We from the Compact Group offer our loyal subscribers a free educational portal with first-hand monetary, financial, and economic knowledge. Enter our invite-only Insider Club by clicking the link below. You will get access to first-class information far earlier than the rest. We have prepared a special deal for all our members where you can access a giant pool of Robert Kiyosaki's financial wisdom for just $1. To find out more, simply click the link below and join our Insider Club absolutely free. But there is more you can and should do. Build up several streams of income. More and more people realize that they have to take their future in their own hands, but they don't know how and where to start. We from Compact offer our Insider Club members unique opportunities. Strengthen your financial muscle and get the edge. Click the link below. Become part of our free Insider Club. No financial obligations. But there's one important thing you have to know. You have to become active. So do it now. Become active and see you on the other side.